Okay, so uh, very quick London stream. Today is the 17th of October, Tuesday. Yesterday was a bank holiday, so price was a little bit weird. And I haven't been keeping up to date with the charts too much, so I need to update myself, and as such, I need to update the charts. So I thought it might be useful for you guys to see that. Uh, a lot of times people ask me that, how do I refresh charts from the beginning? So I'm gonna start with the CME because my main confluence for thinking about short time bearish movements is because something happened on the CME that I want to show you guys. But after that, we'll go into Binance and stuff like that. So, well, not stuff like that, just Binance. Yeah. Anyway, so so what I mean by something relevant on CME is that we had an RTH gap. We had an RTH gap. Um, Let me switch to RTH. Which was right around here, this high. It was recovered, but then let me switch to 15. I don't think I can show you this way. This tiny gap. We had this tiny gap with somewhat of a project of an order block. Um, but in any case, if you put them two together, sorry, I didn't want to do that like that. If you put it this way, uh, it gives you, this is the range point of control, and this is the second high volume node, which is essentially where I have my blue line, so I'm not going to do that one. And we came to the blue line. We did this during a TR pocket of the opening range. I don't know if you can see that very well, as so. So right now we are leaving this small gap, very tiny one, to the bottom, but keep in mind that price kind of like tested it and went up. And when that happens, a lot of times we don't come back to this. We take liquidity inside of this range, but a lot of times we don't come back to this. But this is only relevant for the New York session because we are on the RTH. Because let me just mark out these highs. Actually, previous day, New York open, or just New York. And this was the low. And this is the gap's bottom. Okay. Because right now if I change to ETH, as you can see, we already took the New York open low, the New York low, so to speak. But during ETH, we did reach that point of control. So New York didn't. It just went for the gaps high, which is fine. But during London, we did touch that range POC, so I can delete that. That's just for explaining that. That brings me a little bit more bearish and thinking that uh, we have a very high possibility of retrieving this gap. The thing about this gap is that it's already tested. Um, Let me see if I can line up with that high. Oh, it's not. Sorry. I was really convinced it was. It didn't touch. So yeah. in that case, I really think we should come down. Let me see how it looks on the RTH chart. Where is it? This one. Funny, yeah, didn't touch. So 63, which is an order block that I was looking for quite some time now. Looking at it for quite some time. We do have. Let me see if this exists on ETH. Was that cleared out before moving down? Yeah, we have these equal highs here. Are they equal highs? Let me see. 68,300 and 68,300. Yeah, they're equal highs. Oh, sorry, I am on ETH. Yeah, okay. I was just double checking. We have those, and we have these as well, I think. 68,155, 68,150, and 68,155. All of these are equal highs. So we have a bunch of stacked liquidity up there. Below us, we have these guys over here on the ETH chart. Also liquidity. Doesn't exist on, they don't exist on RTH, but we have a lot of stacked liquidity here as well. So the thing is, this order block will probably give us a bounce. And right now I'm on the RTH chart. Let's see how it looks when I go back to ETH. Right now we have that order block, and below that order block we have, that's 5 minutes, let me change to 15. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna also mark this guy. All of these bearish vectors. Guys, I'm sorry, let me just do a very quick little change here. Okay, I had my music off. I'm doing this darkcore vibe. Feels nice for concentrating. Anyway, I was saying, if that order block and this range, all of this range together, if that area doesn't hold, I think we're coming for 63, 64, 63. At least take these guys out and possibly fill the gap. Then it really depends. Where do we stop? Because if we just do that and have a nice tap, we're followed by a nice change of structure, it's one thing. But if we don't, then I'll start thinking about this gap, which was my original idea like last Friday. didn't get triggered. Yeah, this previous structure point, PSP, that's what it means, didn't get triggered, so we might come down there. So let me see. We seem to be moving slowly there. Yeah, we seem to be moving slowly to these equal lows, so that puts this order block in check. Next in line for action. Now the thing is, do we range here just for London until New York starts, and then we can only take a short from these equal highs, grabbing liquidity? Or can we take a trade right now? Because here this looks too choppy for me to make a decision there. Maybe eventually if we overcome this area, I might be interested, but even then, I don't like these lows over here. I don't like these lows. But it would be a nice long to take for these highs. Yes, it would. Well, it kind of depends on the risk to reward, but it would be a nice long to take for those equal highs. But I would have to see a reclaim of the vector. But I don't know. I hate these lows. These lows are very ugly. Really ugly. Let me see the TR of London. Oh, we're still inside the range. Okay. That doesn't mean much then. In that case, let me see other time frames. Okay, in that case, I would rather see something like this, and then I'm not sure if only to here or where's the Asia low. Let me see. Asia high, I mean. This is Tokyo. This would be nice. It's kind of hard to trust those lows, even on the even on the 5. They almost have no wicks. Did we take this low? 67055. 67054. We took it by like $1. That doesn't really convince me much. Equal lows over here as well. This is it's kind of a struggle because it's hard to choose one. We have so much stacked liquidity, it's kind of crazy to make a decision, I mean. I would guess that we need to see the opening range being taken. And if I see my reversal model here, I'll think about a long for these equal highs. Also because it's Tokyo high. But I would be thinking that going higher than that is just very simply hard. To be fair, going higher than any of these might be enough to flip it down one more time. I think I have to mark these guys as well. because I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this too as well. At least the opening range, I think it has to go. If it just doesn't happen, then I just don't long. I don't trust those lows, those 1 minute lows. But if something like this, going to one of the TRs of the opening range, if that happens, I'm thinking about opening long to the equal highs. Which reminds me, I can delete these guys now. But then I still have a single print here in a price alert. But then, yeah, I'm thinking about the gaps. We left this liquidity behind. Well, not exactly equal lows. Yeah, that seems about right. From one of these liquidity points, I would say 63. Which, by the way, is just this very ugly move. Like, no liquidity grab move. It has to take some at some point. And I don't think this over here was enough, but we'll see. So locally, it's still ranging. I don't want to take a trade off of this. No, sir. Thank you very much. I'm okay. Don't want that. I'm essentially waiting for a liquidity grab then. I'm gonna set some alerts. I'm gonna set some alerts and that's it. Because I don't think, I don't trust any of this. Yeah, no thanks. Now, going back to the CME, yeah, come back down for this move. This move is ugly, and potentially react to this. That's my view for the day. Like, bouncing from the monthly level is nice, so I would like to see a move out of this or out of this, or even just a gap. Just the gap's high. It is interesting enough, you know, because it's equal lows that would be taken, and maybe we can bounce just from a liquidity grab, but I would really have to see something convincing before longing that, because then the target would be 74, I think, if my memory is correct. Yeah, because in terms of gaps, that's the only one missing. 74,940 on the CME, which represents like taking out these equal highs. On Binance that would be like 72. Like, you know, if you come here, we'll make a new all-time high, almost for sure, right? Almost for sure. But right now, yeah, I'm sitting this one out unless some alert gets triggered, and then I'll see what happens. So let me just, I can't really provide I was thinking about setups. I can't really provide a setup here because, for example, I cannot suggest a long from this move because I don't have a place for the stop. This is liquidity, so stop has to be placed according to the price action that appears at the time. Then we have this high over here, but these lows, they didn't take any liquidity before moving up. So again, I don't have a place for the stop. And this previous structural point, I mean, I can use that low, but then this risk to reward is just fucking terrible, right? For such a big trade. But that being said, I'm gonna mark out yeah, I'll leave this as is with a line signifying the liquidity here, just so you guys take that into account. Why do I have this? Is this the opening range or yeah? Let me just see a view up there. No points of control. What about Binance? No naked points of control. Okay, we have one there. Okay, we have one there and one below the gap. This was a daily inverted gap. Let me mark this guy out. And I have previous day view up in between the lines. Alright, that makes it a little bit more interesting. That gives us a setup. That actually gives us a setup, which would be something like this. Vectors. Do we have any vectors? No. 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna put it from here. No vectors there. Something like this. And this would be 4, and yes, I am aware that there are equal highs there. Now, this can maybe be just for the equal lows, which is a 3.59R, or it can be for the naked point of control, which would be an 8, 7.97. That's better, right? If the naked point of control doesn't hold, then it becomes an incredible trade of like at least 19. But coming here for the previous day view, I have an alert there already set. If when it comes to that, if we have my reversal model, that might be an incredible short. Still don't trust those lows though. But I'm gonna share this with the guys. Premium. 17th, right? Today is 17th. Yeah. Oh wait. Okay. That is it for me, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking along right now, so that would probably be it. Now, gold. Let's look into gold. By the way, just for context, I have this line here just because it's a Fibonacci extension target. Okay, I don't have any other confluence because we're in price discovery. To be fair, this doesn't look like a super impulsive move. And this section over here doesn't look like a 5-wave completely, in my opinion, because we have this as a 1 and 2. But this one doesn't really look like a 3 because of the size, right? They're almost all the same. I'm not an Elliott wave expert anyway, so don't take my word for it. But the thing is, it looks kind of weird for an Elliott wave. That's what I mean. If it does reach the Fibonacci extension, though. Oh, nice. We used the previous day view up. Okay. If we do get there, we're gonna have this very nice daily range to serve as a support. And this is just a reminder for you guys, because price has been doing what I have been posting about for quite some time. But I do think uh, technically speaking, we're like in due time for a proper retracement, not just this. And this daily order block seems good enough. This view up is now used, so let's forget about that. And that would be it. Now changing to 15. Let me just see recent levels. Again, this is annoying because we're always just using previous structure, long, previous structure, long, previous structure, long. And what I mean by annoying is that it's too easy, right? It makes you doubt everything. Sorry, wrong template. So we have 2 naked points of control, 2 naked daily view ups. I'm not gonna bother mark out the weekly. We have equal lows over here, stacked liquidity. Similar lows, whatever. I would call this stacked liquidity as well. This wasn't bad. This was not bad at all. So I'm gonna place an alert for the Asia. This is the pre-market high. Yeah, I'm gonna set an alert for this one. And might eventually be thinking about a short from there to the stacked liquidity at least, potentially for the naked view up. But again, that's one of those things. Not taking this as a limit order at all. Something like that. It's gold. Don't have a lot to say about that, to be honest. Yes, it might be a super big short, but I don't really have any confidence for it because, you know, we have been bullish forever, so it makes no sense to fight it. But the thing is that view app area and point of control, that would be where I would mostly be interested in taking a trade from. This area, this range. Yeah, this range is what seems better for another long. So the trade would be something like this, coming for the point of control. But we have to be aware we're super bullish, it might just be this. So cautious. Cautious is needed. Anyway, gold is pretty simple in that sense. I do like the fact that the CME did not take this high during pre-market London, and normal brokers did, which makes me think that yes, we are going up. Okay. CME is the truth, guys. So we should, let me see if I have a setup here. Okay, we already took the low of the opening range, but we also took the high and flipped the vector. We came to this area, this order block area. Don't really like these lows, but this like range here is probably going to support price, I think, at least to take this high. Probably. We just didn't recover this. I'm not sure if we have to. We didn't touch this FVG as well. me see what happened here. Okay, here we did touch the FEG. This is better. That is better. Looks like a possible long. For sure. The only problem is that it took the high with the vector as well. But it looks like a possible long right now. Let me just see what Alex is doing. Okay, brother, give me a second. I'm listening.
Yo, I caught this long, man. Finally.
Mm.
Guys, never give up. If you stream, can you hear me? Never give up in trading. Never doubt yourself. Never. Your opportunity is gonna come. So if I
I
know
love
was,
your confidence when the trade goes well. I hate your
yeah,
confidence when the trade doesn't go well.
that's the point. Just wait it out. You're good, guys.
Oh, man.
Guys, I believe in you. Everyone who's hearing this, I believe in you guys. Okay, so I just wanted to say I caught this long finally, man.
You know that was a super risky long, right? You're
No,
aware.
you know why? Why?
You're
You
not.
know why? We took Asia low. Okay. This whole consolidation in the opening range, I was looking at market cipher and delta shift your indicator. The money was coming out, out. And we broke internally on 1 minute structure, barely. So we broke the structure. And that gave me enough confidence for me to say, at least, at least we can long, and we had vectors to our left. So a little scalp to the opening range high, first high, TR pocket.
I
So
don't know what you
that,
mean by taking the Asia low.
I mean, London did not take Asia low, but the Asia
London
low
didn't
was,
take liquidity at all. That's why I'm saying it was a super risky
oh,
trade. You understand that, right?
all I think of is that if,
Oh,
yeah, but
like the
I was,
opening range, since it started, didn't take one single wick. It didn't
mm,
take one single 1 minute candle, even one. Not
mm-hmm,
just one, okay? So that's why I'm saying you are aware that's a risky trade, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
listen, not because of that, but because
I'm not
I'll
bashing
put the
on your
money.
trade. I'm just saying, like,
Not
you know,
okay, yeah, I know that, but I'm going through my next conference, which was money was coming out. This whole move, like consolidation, was money's going out, and I was like, I saw it because I knew from like not can't say backtesting, but from my experience from trading this strategy, it was like
you want to talk
it was
about your
always
strategy on YouTube?
guys, my strategy is
You want to stream?
uh
You want to talk about
no
it? You want to share it?
no no, I'm not gonna share it. It's too good, man. It's too
In
good.
that case,
People.
you gotta shut up, man. I've been
Yeah.
telling you this so many times. Jesus, my eyes are hurting.
Why?
I don't know. Started burning.
Mm.
Um,
Maybe check out.
you
Better
you were
safe than
you were
sorry.
going to start doing it again, man. Like, if you don't want to talk about it, don't fucking talk about it.
Yeah, but it was just my entry. Like my whole reason for the move up was money was coming out, and I thought we took, like London took Asia low, but now I see, yeah, it did not, and we did not.
It didn't take anything, bro. Anything,
But
anything at all.
yeah, but it doesn't mean if it doesn't take anything, it can't move. That's a bad way to think about it. So why? It's not gonna move. Why? Because it didn't take no liquidity. That's an
I never ever said that it's not going to move because it didn't take liquidity. I never said that. I'm just saying that it's a risky trade because you don't have a safe place to put a stop. That's all
mm,
it means.
yeah. By the way, there's your strategy forming on inverted fair value gap strategy
Maybe.
right
Yeah.
now, because we are in the order block. They are the pocket, and this whole move is like a liquidity curve.
I know. But
Oh,
again, no liquidity grab.
oh, you think? Yeah. Okay.
My strategy, which I have already shared countless times,
Mm.
requires a liquidity grab. It's
Yeah.
not just a block or
Mm,
not just a TR.
yeah. Fact.
Um, yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Then.
So, my good sir,
Sorry.
may I continue?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna write if yeah, if I need something. See you soon. Bye bye.
Call if you need me.
Sir.
Um, where was I? Alright, yeah, gold is done. Because of Enigma, I'm gonna look at silver on the Indian exchange. Interesting. So Enigma, this is just for you, basically, unless we have any other Indian viewers, which I don't think so. Let me just see this. Yeah, okay. So we left this gap. The bottom of it was already tested. The bottom of the gap. And I still have this confluence. This is daily order block if I'm not mistaken. Let me see at the bigger picture just to remind myself again. Oh, we did come to a TR pocket, okay. We came to a TR pocket, did not touch this guy. That was a weird front run, by the way. Yeah, that's a very weird front run, like that. Doing it like that. Seems on purpose. Oh, what is that? It's a weird gap. Is that touched? No. That's weird. Didn't see that first time. Is that a session gap or that's a session gap? Okay. Bottom was tested though. It was tested on the open and we came close to it now. Interesting. Interesting as in I don't know what to think about that. I do think that this guy has to be tested and I do think that we might have a possible short coming from these two levels. The only problem about it is that we have a gap very close that I just found out. Didn't notice that the first time. But after that, this seems interesting. Potentially coming down to the setup that I provided last week, which was a bigger long. But it sure as hell looks like it wants to go there. Making these equal lows, coming to this range seems likely, and then potentially going above this range. So Enigma, the view didn't exactly change. What I do see now is um, something like this as a possibility, where we either stop dropping here or we go all the way down to there, with the possibility that this setup fails and you have a trade from the high of the gap. But this risk to reward is absolutely trash, especially if you just go out here. If you go out here, it's okay, I guess. So this wouldn't be a setup to actually take, but to keep in mind as an idea. Right now we're bullish. We are using this this current FEG, 4-hour FEG. So if we continue to move up slightly, like we are, I would think that the naked point of control is very likely to be reached. After that, if we see a nice reversal, maybe a 15-minute change of structure, then maybe coming down here is possible. So something like this. And I'm gonna post this saying a big maybe. Big maybe. Because why is that a maybe? Because it might be let me delete this one. It might be instead something like this. Probably, I don't know. I don't know where it might stop, but the gap high should reach. I don't know if it does higher than that, because this high might be might work as a as an exhaustion move, liquidity grab exhaustion move. That would be it. And Nasdaq. Let's see Nasdaq. What's Nasdaq doing? Well, that is a weird, ugly move. Nasdaq, obviously, we have this area, this whole area that might and probably will be resistance once we get there. I want to include that candle. Okay. I'm gonna mark the value area low. And the point of control. These of course might be short areas, but right now obviously we wouldn't want to go there. Let me see the 1 minute. How's the opening range? That is one very ugly looking low. Right now we reach the one of the TRs with a vector. If it flips, I might be thinking about a short. It might be a short right now, but we're still bullish, so I would need a little bit more confirmation. We have equal lows here. Yeah, this could already be a short trade entering right now, but these highs being so close, it's weird. Plus, we're super bullish, right? So we are super bullish, but that is a ugly move, Jesus. But it might just be, you know, might just be enough to get up there. Wouldn't be the first time it surprises me like that. An ugly ass move reaching unlikely targets. Once it comes down though, this will all just, you know, this will all just be cleared. I don't even know how to mark this. But this has to go for sure. This has to go for sure. No, no, no. That is a weird looking chart. We touched previous day view up. I have been so bearish for this, but the fact is that S&P is in price discovery, and just um, as long as NQ follows it, it'll just continue, you know. We reach a daily level over there. That's why we bounced back. This is now tested more than once. The way we're moving, I wouldn't be surprised if we come up here. Still have that marked out. Let me just drag that there. I wouldn't really trust these highs as well. That's the problem. That's the problem for trusting this as resistance, is that I don't think it holds. But we'll see, because NQ does this thing a lot where it does similar highs over and over again. Let me mark out the same levels here. Reaching TR pocket. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have this on delay. Yeah, this doesn't seem reliable anyway. In fact, to be honest, if we come for this liquidity or these lows, I think I'm more interested in a long than a short. The problem is not taking liquidity, that's kind of scary. This was good, kind of. Just those lows that suck. They're a little bit better on CME. Maybe this is all it took, you know, using this block over here. Maybe that's all it took. But yeah, I'm gonna set an alert for these lows over here, and I'll take a long if it takes them with an SFP, of course, like using this block maybe. Did we use this one? No. Okay, so maybe using something like this. And that would be it. Because I don't think I have anything else to base myself off of. Yeah, no. There's not even a, technically speaking, in terms of levels, there's not even a reason to go down. Like, this might just be a breakaway gap. Maybe a 1 hour breakaway gap. Yeah. If it does that, it doesn't even have to retrace back down. I mean, if it is a breakaway gap, it doesn't even have to retrace back down. It might just fill this whole thing up slowly until New York comes. Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised. I would still prefer seeing those equal lows taken, or some liquidity being taken. Just to have a bit, a better stop loss. Like a stop loss that is based off of a liquidity grab. Instead of just this, because any of these lows might be a target for a stop hunt. I'm not very interested in that. Sorry, I was just taking a look at how Bitcoin's doing. Yeah, I'm not seeing a likely setup here, so I'm not gonna propose anything. I don't like this liquidity, so it might get grabbed. Knowing London as I do, and Asia as I do, these expansions sometimes take a long time. And a lot of the times it just slowly creeps up to levels. And the level that I personally would be interested in would be the range value area low, or this previous structure point. So I don't really see anything that I can act on right now. I would just like to see some liquidity being taken, maybe those equal lows. By the looks of it, this looks like a breakaway gap, so I wouldn't even suggest that it has to come here, you know, like a breaker level. I wouldn't even suggest that. It might just slowly creep up there. But if it does that, and because I'm not in a long, then in that case I just don't see a very likely setup because I don't have a safe stop loss. And that's fine, right? Maybe during New York later, it can reach that level, and maybe I can take action from there with something safer, but not right now. And that would be it. That would be it. So, going back to Bitcoin, let me see. Alexa is right in the sense that this might be my strategy, inverting a fair value gap. But again, no liquidity grabs, and I'm not interested, right? If this comes to this level, then maybe. If it comes to the view up, yes. But not right now. I don't like this very much. I'm gonna stay out of it. So probably no trade right now during London. And that's okay. That's okay. Maybe during New York Open, I'll try to be here for New York Open. Maybe if during the New York Open we reach some levels that we talked about on the stream, then maybe we have a setup. But right now, I don't like it very much. That's it, guys. I'm gonna call this stream, call it a day for the stream. I probably will not live stream for the New York Open, but I'll be on Discord if you guys need anything. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Trade safe and good luck. Bye bye.